Hello YouTube. Alright, today I have a review of a case. I decided to get another really cheap case because I have an extra board lying around that I'd like to use. So I decided to get this case to replace the case I'm using for my transfer PC because this case doesn't exactly have amazing ventilation. So I'm going to use it for that build since the transfer PC doesn't need, the best ventilation in the world for what it has in it. So this is Gigabyte GZP series. It's another $30 case. Very similar to the other one, except this one has USB 3. Along with a few other goodies and things like that. And there's your basic drawing of it. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, there's not much on the box itself, so I'll just open it and get the thing out. Seems that UPS beat the box up pretty good. Look at that. Like, really. That's gone completely through. You can see a USB port under there. So I'm interested to see what happened there. That's the front of the case, too. Come here. Jesus, really? Wait, they put these on each individual drive. Why? Make it one big piece, man. It's kind of stupid. Alright, I got all that stupid plastic off. They literally put it on each individual drive bay. That's ridiculous. But it's a sharp-looking case. You get your power button, reset button, USB 3 port in the front, front audio, and a USB 2.0 port. You get a 5¼ inch, or 5¼ inch. You get a 3½ inch bay for a card reader or floppy drive, and then you get 4 5¼ inch bays for optical drives and even floppy drives if you're that old school. On the side, we get a couple vents here. You can mount. This one has screw holes for a fan. You can tell this is a cheaper case because it only uses 2 screw holes instead of the traditional 4. There's also a vent here just as an intake. The thing I like the most about this case is just like the GZX5. This case has the hard drive LED up here, which I loved the look of on the GZX5, and this is basically a successor to that, and that's why I bought it. There's only really one major flaw, I think, that I knew when I bought it, and that was the fact that it came with an 80mm fan. It has space for a 92, as you can see, so I'm not sure why they didn't just put a 92mm fan in there. But nonetheless, the build I'm going to put in this machine is not going to get that hot anyway, so it's not like that's going to be a big deal. So there you have it. The other thing I don't like is it uses one of these card mounting brackets here, which are kind of annoying because, yeah, they're just annoying. But you know what? I don't plan on maintaining this computer all the time, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal. Again, it was $30, so I'm not expecting miracles here. Let's take a look inside. Wow, this screw doesn't want to come out all that easily. Alright. Wow. I just have to hold it with my feet here while I unscrew it. Because this screw's really in there. Man. This case is much lower quality than the GZX5 is, I'll tell you that. That one was easier to get off. Alright. Let's try that again. It's hard to get off with one hand, too. Wow. There you go. This case is a little more difficult to work with than the other one. Alright, so there you get your 80mm fan in the back, which probably runs at full speed the whole time, very loudly, judging by this, and it's probably just a cheap Chinese piece of crap fan. Anyway, so there you have it. I'm going to use this until it dies, because it's there. Why not? Get all your screws and your case speaker in a bag, twisted here. Now, these are what I like to see in computers. I like twisties. I hate zip ties. I hate rubber bands. I hate electrical tape. I like twisties because it's a reversible thing and it doesn't leave residue everywhere. There you get a USB 3 header there. So I could put a USB 3 card in that computer if I really needed it, but I don't. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use USB 2 on the front. Get your HD audio connector, front panel connectors, all that fun stuff. Now, it's a pretty plain looking case. There's really not a whole lot to it. No removable motherboard tray. It's got a top mounted power supply. Can fit ATX boards. You know, there you have it. There's no toolless anything. It's all screws, so it's very traditional that way, which I do like for hard drives. Actually, it just tends to keep them more secure, I think. Is there a spot for a fan? No, there's no spot for a fan up front. So the power supply and this little 80mm fan are doing all the ventilation, which is probably fine for what I'm doing. I mean, it's really not going to affect anything major, so it'll probably be fine. So I'm going to go get the GZX5 case and get the build out of that and bring that over here and stick the hardware from that into this computer. Alright, I got the board in and the optical drive in. Well, I figured I'd take this opportunity to show the power supply I'm using. I'm using another one of these 550 watt ACBEL power supplies. These are like 15 bucks on eBay. They're super cheap, so I love using these for quick builds like this. So this is what's going in here. Another one of these. These are nice power supplies. I definitely recommend them. They've been pretty rock solid reliable for me so far. Alright, everything's installed in the case here. Got the ACBEL power supply up there, got the motherboard and everything all set up. Got that little stubby 8 to 4 pin adapter on the CPU power. All the cards managed to fit, although the TV tuner card on the bottom, I had a hell of a time trying to get to fit properly in there. And there's a 1TB Hitachi hard drive. And of course the LG DVD burner. So, there you have it. So, after putting everything in here, what do I think of this case? It's pretty flimsy, I have to say. This is a very flimsy case. It's very no frills. One thing that gave it away is when you take off the front panel, it's just like, look at that. It's just a complete mess there. And there's no front fan, and there is hot glue residue all over the place, so it's a pretty darn flimsy case in my opinion, but it does work, and I have used worse than this. So this is not going to be bad for just sitting in the corner doing audio work and things like that. I don't need this case to be extremely tough or anything. I just need it to, you know, have some integrity of some sort. And it has that. It's just kind of flimsy. But for 30 bucks, I'm not going to complain. I'd say that the GZX5 is better than this GZP series case. So, there you have it. Not much to that. One thing I will say is compared to the GZX5, the side panels seem to be a little bit more, I like the feel of the side panels a little bit more for whatever reason. On these, I think these are better side panels, but these just feel better because of the texture on them to me for some reason. They don't feel like slippery and like they would collect fingerprints or anything like that. It's just a nice sort of matte finish. So, there you go. Alright, I have it plugged in so we can see what the case looks like when you turn the computer on. Ooh, that's nice. I like that a lot. Hard drive lights up there. And they're all blue. I like this. That is really cool. So that's the redeeming factor of this case. It looks good. I really like the look of it. I love that hard drive light up there, just as I do on the GZX5. So this one I'd say is pretty similar to that in terms of the way it looks, but the build quality is definitely not up to par compared to that one. This is definitely a $30 case, if you know what I mean. Let's shut it off. And it shuts off. So that's pretty cool that it has that light up front. That's going to be cool over there where my editing stuff is. That's a mess over there. I need to clean that up. But over there is where my transfer PC is. So it'll pretty much just sit over there, transfer vinyl, transfer video, transfer things like that. So there you have it. This is a much better suited case to that, I think, because I need the GZX5 for an upcoming project that requires better ventilation, and this case has the ventilation I need. So this case, having the crappy, poor ventilation it has, is fine for a system that doesn't even come close to running hot. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good one, everybody. Ciao.